Okay, hey guys, welcome to my first multiplayer battle. I've got a replay here for you, and I'm playing as Epirus versus Macedon on the Migdol map. I don't really like this map, it means I'm tacking uphill, which is actually, funnily enough, one of the first things I will remedy here. My army is pretty simple. I have a slanted line. I got two Hellenic Royal Guard, they're elite pikemen on the left. Is it two Hellenic Royal Guard? I thought it was. No, three! Sorry, there's three. One also here, and then on the right hand side is the pikemen, which are weaker. I have three mercenary Cretan archers, two slingers who you see up ahead in the stylish hats. I have three sets of hoplites who are holding a back point. Two of these skirmisher cavalry, which are really all that, just skirmisher cavalry, not heavily armed at all. And two Aspis companion cavalry, so they're companion cavalry, very good at fighting in melee, with some Hellenic Royal Cavalry for my general. And that's why I kind of like everyone has to have a general in this game, which is kind of cool. My opponent's playing Macedon. He has two shield bearers, so they're very powerful hoplites sort of characters. I think it's 3 foot companions. Yeah, so 3 foot companions who are companion cavalry dismounted and put with pikes, I assume, or something like that. But they're elite pikemen essentially. Then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, is it? I think it looks like 4 Cretan archers, and then 3 Macedonian companion cavalry here, and you'll later find out that I find a little ambush waiting for me here with the companions here, of course. That one's full. Anyway, so I start moving up. I want to get some solid ground. I really like this battlefield. It's a really good battlefield for me to fight on. So, or I prefer the open ones where I've got lots to see, but actually, it kind of makes me look a little bit dodgy. But my men clearly less well equipped than his. He's got a very strong elite army, whereas mine have their elite components, but are a lot of them part skirmishing. Talk about skirmishing, we need to talk about the line of sight. Line of sight is important in Rome, and more importantly, scouting is very important. The ability to hide units while walking means that you have to scout out these bits here. So here, 2 companion cavalry are spotted by skirmisher cav, who I use them exactly as what they're supposed to be used as, scouts. And turning around, I decide, hey, why not? I'll throw some javelins. So let's just watch some javelin throwing action here. I really love the graphics. So they're not going to do much damage. They're just going to harass these companions. I don't know if even any die. It looks like it should. Look at those horses! They've just taken so much javelins to the thighs. They're like, nah. Don't care. I'm going to move on. But yeah, no, they're still both on full health. But they still, you know, they're not going to want to pursue that and be constantly harassed. So they're going to rejoin the rest of the companion cavalry over here. These Cretan archers. Cretan archers look pretty badass and realistic. He's already set up into phalanx mode. He's got thick pike formations. They're very thick. And that's really how you should use them, I suppose. Historically, that's how they use them. Anyway, so I've sort of moved up onto the flat where we can face each other down this little flat bit here, and I'm going to move up my slingers. I don't feel like... Oh, we can bring this up here. It's a cool map view. But as you can see, nothing too much. He's got a lot... That's something to note, is that my line is considerably wider than his, and I have backup in the form of my hoplites at the back, whereas he has only really one line of elite infantry, then lots of cavalry. So back onto the battle, and... I suppose let's... These are my Hellenic pikemen, I think. Oh, no, they're just maybe standing pike. This is what they'd see. It's a really cool view. I'm sorry, look how good that is. That's awesome. And then if we just come to these guys and we see them, these are hoplites, and they're just facing this cavalry over here. Now, there's a bit of a reshuffle going on with my line. I don't actually feel like I'm in a particularly amazing position here, so I've brought up my hoplites to guard my flanks, and that they'll do very well. He's left 2 cavalry over here, and I've decided, hell, if he's going to leave 2 cavalry over there, I'll fire at them with Cretans. Cretans aren't going to do too... It doesn't seem like they're going to do too much, but I don't know. Either way, bombarding his cavalry, make him feel a little bit threatened. These guys are going to come in and throw some spears, make them, again... These companions just do not take damage. In the meanwhile, I have another set of skirmishing cavalry, just going to do the same thing on this side. We're exchanging fire, and he's getting all his Cretans to aim at my phalanx. It's a wise decision. Most phalanxes are pretty nice, and he was going to want to destroy them quite quickly. I'm not keeping a great phalanx line, but it's surviving. This unit's taking a bit of a battering. But as you can see, up moving here, I'm just having a few hoplites move into a guard position with some more near my archers to watch. Now he combines the shield bearers up against... Oh, I didn't realise my Hellenic Royal Guard were there. Whatever. My phalanx units are here, and this one starts moving around a bit, but the phalanxes are engaging. As you can see, it's really cool. Like, the phalanx fights look ridiculously nice. Mine slightly overshoots this pikeman unit and is going to get ripped to shreds with foot companions, but over here, these shield bearers are just getting ruined. Now, importantly, you're going to... Oh, I missed a really key. I wiped out those two... those two companion units relatively quickly with my own cavalry, seeing they were just outnumbered, and our then cavalry then Kalash here. So it looks pretty damn cool. Meanwhile, I have a pike unit moving up to support, which isn't going to look overly great. He has, however, broken my centre pikeman unit and is now bringing his pikes from that to bear on these guys, who have mercenary Cretan archers for some reason in there. My micro's not that great at the moment. Either way, we got the companions, a bit of companion fighting going on here. Really cool sort of mess. But my pikemen are coming up in the backside of him, and he's not going to like that. Over here, we see my centre is broken. I mean, if you can see that, my centre is now breaking. But over here, we got some damn good moves of skirmisher cavalry, just putting Cretans out of their misery. They can't take the cavalry charge, and they're going to get messed. Hoplites, in the meantime, are getting around the back of foot companions, so these guys are going to die slowly but surely. Over here, my pike has been left with its side on, and I am hopefully going to resurrect that, but the shield bearers are dying to my other pike unit here, and I have a pike unit here. The fight's still going on, but they're losing, and my skirmisher cavalry basically come to finish this off. One of mine is wavering, but I don't feel it's too big a deal. He's up to his... There you go. Shield bearers break there. I'm not changing these guys, annoyingly. I have to work on my micro, but either way, I still got some hoplites here guarding the way, and I think it's at this point that he leaves the game and quits, which makes for a bit of a boring battle, as it wasn't entirely over. He did have 80 foot companions, 105, 78, but the rest of his army was dead. So a pretty decisive victory, I think, overall, as I would have only just mopped up the rest of his men, especially since I had 2 Hellenic Royal Guard. Quite a fast-paced game where everything happens quite quickly, and with the new system it's not as easy to see your units. That's what I've noticed. It's really good fun though. Look at the mess here, it's awesome. But yeah, so that was that match. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll bring in a few more hopefully as I play them. So stay safe.